Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. We have seen one example of dismembering from Pablo Picasso. Then there's another kind of example that is using, in my case, it's genuine from my own usage, and is with clothing. What happens that I no longer have this in my collection, but regardless of that, I will do it from scratch. So what I will do is a new topic. Then what I want in this case is what is the length of the skirt. It's much more specific. In this case, sorry, I just want an item. Oh, no worries. Now it's an item. Nice. So now what we're going to do, so that's a genuine example from me because I never paid attention to this, to the woman clothing. And when I wanted to describe pictures from my image registry, I was getting a lot of hits that, oh yeah, skirt, that, oh yeah, it's not this one I want, it's the other one, because I was learning the vocabulary and all of that. It's, oh shoot, I need to be more precise. So in this case, MIDI, so that's what I can do. Is 8. This is already, it says it's an A line. Okay, for me this will work, because what I want are different kinds. Nice. So what I'm going to do is adding a lot of pictures here that they all share the same thing. They are all MIDI. Now let me apply my template because I was lacking the answer. MIDI. Okay. So instead of creating or more elements like this one, or duplicating and changing the picture every single time, which I could if I wanted, for my convenience, I will use the Dismember. So let me see something else like this. That's more challenging, at least for me. I'm not that used to this. Multi-striped, yeah. That will be a good practice for me. New component. Theoretically, I will be spending time that has a meaningful name. That it will be multi-something skirt and MIDI. This looks like polka dots. It's quite similar. What I notice now, no worries that one is over the top because I will solve this in one action once I'm done. So what I noticed already is that both of the pictures that are using the same or almost the same footwear. Yep, okay. So I was not leading to this, but I'm just borderline improvising based on what I'm getting. And A, that is pattern, MIDI, skirt, black and white if I want, Now I won't do it because I want to go quicker, but please make sure that if this was genuine from my collection now, I will spend time writing this down properly. Then something like a pencil, that looks like, perhaps it's a visual effect, but it looks kind of shorter. Perhaps it's because it's kind of a pencil. It's not that tight, but yeah, let's go for it. And I could go as much as I want until I'm satisfied. Okay, it's a different kind of fabric, yeah, different color, different feeling overall. Why not? Here we go. So I want different images that the question will be always the same. What is the length? Oh yeah, it's MIDI. Then I will do another one that is micro, or T length, or over the knee length, or maxi, or capri. So when I'm doing this, makes sense that it's very easy because it's the only length I have. But the purpose is that I will do this and then dismember every length, and then is when I will have, I don't know, 50 pictures, and it will be useful. Let me see if I get something more. Oh yeah, that's a good example of a pencil. Look at that. Yeah, it's below the knee, it's not that obvious. It's just MIDI, I will just believe that. Because sometimes there's quite a slight variation, some subjectiveness that, oh, for me it's capri, for me it's not, and all of that. So here I would say which kind, as much as specific as as I want. For 6, I think it's good enough. Let me actually check if I see something else. Yeah, this looks a lot lower. That's not a good thing. A good example. And sometimes what I could do is all of these poses just to show off the clothing. But sometimes I have genuine images in a weird pose because the point was not to show off the clothing, right? And this is when it's harder. For instance, if it's seated, that is more challenging, at least for me, that I'm not used to this. This is super challenging for me. That this, okay, when it's standing up, okay, makes sense. This is difference in the, I forgot the word now. Yes, different women, but yeah, I can get this the same size. Length, sorry. But when it's like this, not that obvious. I need some practice. Here I will put woman on the balcony, but then I on the sitting on a bench, on the street, wearing sunglasses, and then if I do care describing what she has, because for me the point, the usage of this, is clothing, not actually the scene. But I could reuse it. It's Supermemo. Mongolian. Oh yeah, that will be a good. So sometimes what I do, then I go back to the page and I paste it. Nice. So now I have all of the prerequisites. Then is the point of this video, the Dismember. So right click, edit, Dismember. I want to keep the question and the answer. And done. And once it's done, I will do the same thing for a different length. And I may do this for 5 different lengths, let's say. And that for me will be a good practice because I know the definitions of every length of skirts, but the different skill is to identify it. That once you see it, yeah, that's this length. Here you go. And now I will just, optional step is to reapply the template. Here you go. So now it looks a lot better. Yeah, how cool is that? So imagine that if I have 7,000 flashcards, this will be intermingled with different flashcards in between. It won't be that obvious. As long as I have all of the sizes, after some weeks that I have decided all of those images, it won't be so obvious. And the more fine-tuned I want to go, the harder it will become. That's not MIDI. That is T length. Or no, that is Capri. Perhaps it's a synonym. In some countries, this is a synonym. For other countries, they make a distinction. Because the same length, for them, the same word, are actually the variants of the length. But I don't want to go that far. So for me, micro, mini, MIDI, maxi, and some other ones, it will be enough. This is one example, pretty useful. So if I compare this with Picasso, it's the same entity, in this case a person, but different stages in life. Could be even the same if you really want to push it, but with different hairstyles or hair color. After gaining a lot of weight, this kind of thing, that it may change quite a lot, the person, even if it's the same age or 1 year between the images. It could be useful. And this is, I don't care about the people at all. I only care about, in this case, the concept is the length, not even the skirt, the length. I may reuse this one, the first one, when I want to name the cats. Oh, this is an A line. This is what? In this part, if it comes from here, all of this. I could reuse this when I don't care specifically that is in a skirt, but about the pattern in clothing. Oh, is this polka dots? Or are too big to be polka dots? They need more spacing. If I do care, I will dig further in that. And we see that, is this, I could ask again, is this formal? Is this informal? Is casual? Is something in between? Is a different style? If I do care about the styles. Like this, that was the Mongolian something. Mongolian cashmere. If I want to be able to recognize what it is, the styling or the texture, that depends on you. But you will do the same thing, Dismember. Just to let you know that there's a limit of 100 components. So if it's an item, you will have 2 components for question and answer. So if you really want to push it, you could have up to 98 images and then do the Dismember. It's quite a lot. Hope the example was good enough, even if you don't care about clothing. See you in the next video.